Hello everybody, I'm Johnny Macabre, the creep of the class. I'm here at Horror News Net TV. I think it's fair to say at this point that any horror fan worth their grit has seen what is probably the best standalone slasher film of the 21st century so far, Behind the Mask of the Rise of Leslie Vernon. Fantastic movie, came out in 2007, has some great names in it. Robert Englund, Zelda Rubinstein had a cameo for Kane Hodder. Movie was fantastic. It goes more into the tropes of slasher films than Scream ever even came close to. And it's just a fantastic film. It basically follows the character Leslie Vernon as he prepares to be the next great slasher villain. It goes through, as he trains himself, goes through these preparations. All the while, he's allowing this TV crew to document him for basically like a news report. So the first half of it is done like found footage style, as you go look through the camera of this news crew, and then the later half of the film is done, regular filmmaking during the actual killing bit. It's a fantastic movie. They deconstruct the genre. It's got some great humor in it, and Nathan Basil, who plays Leslie, is just phenomenal. He's like a psycho killer Jim Carrey. Just the physicality that he can brings to the role is amazing. Now, like I said, that movie came out in 2007. People have been clamoring for a sequel for, well, basically since it came out. It's just a fantastic film. And they tried to get one made. They wanted to make a movie called Before the Mask, The Return of Leslie Vernon, basically describing it as a Spreemake, a sequel, prequel, remake. I still don't know what that means, but they tried crowdfunding to get the movie made. It didn't happen. They didn't reach their goal, so it came up short. They've tried a couple other things. They put out some action figures a little while back. They had a limited edition Leslie Vernon figure you can buy. Really well made. I loved it. It was by DeConti Toys. I don't believe they're actually making figures anymore, unfortunately. But they have taken another whack at it just recently. I just got my review copy for Before the Mask, The Return of Leslie Vernon, part 1 of 6, in the mail, and definitely liking it. It's based off the script for the screenplay. In October of 2007, two filmmakers disappeared in the area near Glen Echo, Maryland, while shooting a documentary. 10 years later, their footage was found. Ripping on Blair Witch there. It's it's great. It's great. The art is great. I'm loving the story. Basically, we're seeing that this movie studio is making a film based on the events of the first film, called The Harvest Murders. And then there are some mysterious deaths on set. A gaffer is electrocuted. One of the screenwriters dies of an apparent overdose. Meanwhile, Doc Halloran shows up and points out that Leslie Vernon has appeared in the background of one of their sets, one of their scenes, just kind of lurking there, as is typical of slashers. um, and he says, "Yeah, he's back, and he's going to kill again." And I mean, look at this. Look at this. Doc Halloran was played by Robert Englund. That is a fantastic likeness. That is great. I love the art in this book, and I'm really liking where the story is going so far. This is great, and they tackle the tropes again. They update them because I mean it's the first movie came out 10 years ago. You know, times have changed. They talk about like how, in slasher movies, if you get drunk or do weed or anything like that, the slasher is going to come and kill you. But they talk about, the stigmata around weed is fading. I mean, some people take weed for their glaucoma or something like that. I mean, if someone has a medical marijuana and they're legally allowed to do it, are you still going to come kill them? And like sex, they talk about homosexuality. Obviously, having sex is one of the biggest things that a slasher will come and kill you for. They talk about though like, okay, well, like the stigma around homosexuality is finally fading. Gay marriage is legal now. Are so I mean, if you're going to be equal opportunists, you better, you're going to kill, guy and girl sex, same that you killed guy girl sex, right? So they talk about these tropes, and it's just great. It's fantastic. I love this comic. I really love where it's going. I really hope that this kind of drums up enough interest to see this made into the movie it deserves to be made into. Um, I mean, this is the 10th anniversary. I think they actually just announced that the first movie, Behind the Mask, will be getting a 10th anniversary re-release from Scream Factory. Really looking forward to that as well. So yeah, I mean, if you love the first movie, and I think most of us do, definitely pick up a copy of this. I'll put a link in the description. So I'm Johnny McCobb, the creep of the class. I'm here at Horror News Net TV. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. See you all next time.